Welcome to The Explainer. In this series, we're pulling back the curtain on the wireless technologies we use every single day. We're starting right at the very beginning, with the foundational standards that made today's connected world possible: Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
Now, this is actually the first part of a huge 20-part series we've put together specifically for you, the IT pros out there. We're basing this whole thing on a super detailed technical tutorial from the experts at RFI Detectives, who are part of Virtualization Options LLC.
And when we say deep dive, we mean it. We're going to cover the entire journey of wireless tech, from its pretty humble beginnings all the way to the ridiculously fast standards we have today. And, it's not just about speed. We're also hitting every single major security protocol, from the original WEP all the way up to the latest WPA3.
Okay, so let's get into it. To really appreciate the kinds of multi-gigabit speeds we're getting now, you have to go back, way back, to the beginning, to a time when wireless was just this cool idea with a very modest promise. So, where does the story of Wi-Fi actually begin? Well, it starts with the standard that laid the groundwork for everything, and I mean everything to come. The original IEEE 802.11.
Ratified way back in 1997, this first 802.11 standard was, let's be honest, more of a proof of concept than a commercial beast. It operated in the 2.4 gigahertz band and offered a max throughput of just 2 megabits per second. It used a couple of different ways to get the signal across, either direct sequence spread spectrum or frequency hopping spread spectrum.
But 2 megabits per second? That wasn't exactly going to set the world on fire, right? The real revolution, the thing that truly sparks the Wi-Fi industry as we know it, showed up just 2 years later. 11 megabits per second. That was the game changer. We're talking about a more than 5-fold increase in speed. This was the number the market was waiting for. It was the difference between a cool tech demo and a genuinely useful tool that could make untethered work a reality.
And that's really the crucial point here. This huge jump in speed is what made 802.11b the first truly viable standard for everybody. It was released in late '99, and it's the reason the term Wi-Fi became a household name and an absolute essential for businesses.
Okay, so let's put these two foundational standards right next to each other to see exactly what changed to make that happen.
You can see right here that both of them operated in that same pretty crowded 2.4 gigahertz band. So where did the magic happen? Well, that leap from 2 to 11 megabits per second was all thanks to an upgrade in modulation, specifically the move to a more advanced high-rate direct sequence spread spectrum, or HRDSS.
And this early pattern of just building on what came before, improving frequency, boosting speed, refining modulation, that set the stage for decades of innovation. It's what took us from the dial-up era of wireless all the way to the next generation.
And that evolutionary path leads us straight to the future outlined in that RFI Detectives report, 802.11be, which you probably know as Wi-Fi 7. Now, it is absolutely critical not to confuse this with the early 802.11b standard we were just talking about. Wi-Fi 7, or 802.11be, is the most ambitious upgrade yet, built for extreme throughput and the kind of ultra-low latency you need for things like cloud gaming and industrial automation.
So, with the foundation of speed firmly in place, the next big battle was security. In the next part of our series, we're going to tackle the industry's first real attempt at it: wired equivalent privacy, or WEP. What was its fatal flaw? Join us for part 2 to find out why it failed so spectacularly and, of course, what came next.